This conference will now be recorded.
Any doubt in previous class, last class, any doubts you have? Let me know if you are having any doubts. If no doubts, I'll just show you that IGST sum, sales of service where IGST was not calculating, right? I'll show that one and then we'll start with TDS. Okay, let's start with the IGST, whatever we had that problem. We'll just solve it and then we'll start with TDS. So we'll go for vouchers, sales voucher F8. So I was selling the service. So here we will take, so IGST, right? So I'll take Pillai Traders. So Pillai Traders I had created for Chennai. So I'll accept the dispatch details, party details. So here service. So I am selling consultancy services, or we will take it for electrical service, anything. So consultancy services, 25,000 rupees. So when I am selecting IGST, it is not calculating. So here we were not getting the calculation. So anytime if it is happening as such, what you have to do is you have to go and check the type of tax it has been applied under consultancy services. So I will go to consultancy services. I'll press Control Enter. Then here I'll come to set alter GST details. So what type of tax it will applied with. I'll make it yes. So here you can see nature of transaction. It is showing sales taxable. Actually, it is interstate sales taxable. So the ones who anybody is trying, I'll wait for you to pass this entry. If there is no response, I'll just show and I'll keep moving. You have to respond until if you are trying, I will wait. If no response,
We are trying, ma'am.
okay. So first you have to pass the entry like this. Okay, then take your cursor to consultancy services. Press Control Enter. Come here and make set alter GST details as yes. And here you have to choose interstate sales taxable. Done. So automatically the calculation will be done. Okay. So it will be IGST, new reference, and I will save it. So now let's start with TDS. So you people must be knowing what is tax is. So let's start with TDS, tax deducted at source. So TDS will come under which type of tax? Direct tax or indirect tax? Girls, I am showing you the this one also screen also. If you don't know, you can see it and tell me.
Indirect tax.
Indirect tax. Okay, how it is indirect tax? Under which tax type it will come? Direct tax or indirect tax?
Indirect.
Indirect tax. Okay, how many of you others accept that it comes under indirect tax? So it comes once amongst the GST, TDS, service tax like this under this one's indirect tax. So actually it comes under direct tax. Direct tax means which are like income tax we have no like that only. TDS also is a part of an direct tax, but it is indirect way of collecting the tax. It is an indirect way of collecting the tax from your owners, the deducting. Okay, how it is means, see, TDS comes under income tax. Okay, it is an indirect method of collecting the tax when the income arises. So income tax means whenever I am getting an income, on that if I am paying it to the government directly, so I am getting a source or an income, I am paying it directly to the government, that is an direct tax, that is income tax. So any income that is arising for me, I am not paying it directly, but the person who is giving me that source or an income, he is going to deduct that tax and he is going to pay it to the government. For example, if I am taking part in any game shows or any this one events or any competitions or something, I am winning the prize amount, so that is a source. Yes or no? So whatever the source that the money that I'm winning, it is an income to me. So how it is being collected means the organizer, the person who is giving me that prize amount, what they will do is they will deduct the tax on it. So, for example, Big Boss game show is there. So, the winner, he will be deducted with the prize amount and the remaining amount will be given to the winner. So, they apply it, on that winning amount, there will be a certain amount of tax will be deducted. And that amount of tax that is getting deducted is called as TDS. Means that is the source to the winner who is winning that game show. He is getting an income from it. So the person who is organizing that game show is going to deduct certain amount as a tax and is going to remit it to the government. Okay. So it is an indirect way of collecting that amount, that tax amount from the person to whom the income is arising. So here the buyer will be the deductor, deducts the tax from the payment made to the seller, deductee, and remits the tax to the income tax department within a stipulated time. Okay. So here where and all this TDS will be applied in the sense the nature of payment on which TDS is applicable are rent, payment made to contractors, winning from horse races, crossword puzzle, lottery tickets, etc. So rent means there are two types of rent that we are paying. One is for the commercial purpose and one is for the residence purpose. So residence means where we are staying. So for that we are not collecting or deducting any tax. but the same space is being utilized to make a business, or it is used for the commercial purpose, your office or your business, you are running any shop or anything, you are earning profit, you are earning money from doing a business in that particular space. Okay, so that time that I am staying as a tenant. So whatever the rent amount I'm paying to the owner, that is an income or a source to the owner, isn't it? So on that rent amount, I'm going to deduct certain amount of TDS, that means tax. I'm going to deduct it, and then I'm going to pay it to the government, because the owner, he is not registered under income tax or anything, suppose. So that time he is not going to show that this and all I'm getting the income from, this all are the source for me. So nobody is going to tell the entire source. So what happens is, the person who is giving that source, he is going to deduct the tax. So in my business, I have to show either my space, office space, is rented or my own. If it is own means, that is a different scenario. If I am rented means, I have to show the tax on it. So what I will do is, whether he is paying it to the government or not, that is secondary. When I am paying the rent, that time I'll deduct the TDS, and I'm going to pay it on the behalf of the owner to the government. Okay, and payment made to contractors. If the contractor is not so very big industrialist or anything, he's a small contractor, so they will not be registered under the GST or the income tax. They might not be registered. So whatever the amount I'm paying to such contractors, so they are not going to pay, or what, we don't know. So whenever I'm making such payment to any such contractors, that time I'll be deducting the tax, and I'll be paying it to the government. Next, winning of horse races, crossword puzzles, lottery tickets, this all are of like, it's a game show or competitions what we take part into, and we win certain amount. So when we are winning some certain amount as a participant or something, so the person who is organizing that game show or who is conducting that event, they are going to deduct the tax, and they are going to pay it to the government, because whatever the amount I am winning, that will be the source to me. Okay, so these are some of the examples where TDS will be applied. So understood with this? Now I hope you people must have understood that TDS comes under income tax only, but it is an indirect way of collecting the tax. Understood? Any doubts? If any doubts you people have, please tell. I'll explain it once again. Okay, let's look at the things what we come across. Deductee, that is the service provider, provides services and bill to the deductor, service taker. Okay, so deductor makes payment after deducting TDS and remits the TDS amount to income tax department. So I am going to deduct the amount, and I am going to pay it to the income tax department. Deductor issues form 16A to deductor for the TDS amount deducted. So if I am deducting the tax means, I am supposed to give form 16A to my owner, telling that this is the amount, TDS amount I am going to deduct from your income. Whatever I am making the payment, I am going to deduct the tax. So form 16A shows that a deduction is going to happen on the amount which I am paying it to him. Deductor files the returns electronically using Form 26Q and Form 27Q for ETDS returns. So Form 26Q is for residents of India. So irrespective of anyone, the person he is staying in India means I'll be using Form 26Q. And the person, the owner or the contractor, anyone, he is not a resident of India, he stays outside means, that time to file the returns, they have to apply Form 27Q. Deductee files the returns with Form 16A to Income Tax Department. So when I am deducting the tax also, I should issue Form 16A to the contractor, to the house owner, the owner or anyone, So when I am remitting that amount to the income tax department, that time also I should issue form 16A telling that so and so amount I have deducted from the owner, or so and so amount I have deducted from the contractor for the service what I have taken, and I am paying it to the government. Okay, so form 16A will be used in both the senses. So now deductor files the TDS returns electronically using Form 26Q and 27Q. So, in order to deduct the tax, I should have a TAN number. So, when I will be getting this TAN number means, say I am starting up with a new business. So, I am going to income tax department telling that I am going to start up a business. I'll give the related documents, everything. Then they are going to give me the GST number. So when we were discussing about GST, I had explained you that. So at the same time only, they are going to issue me a TAN number, which is tax deduction and collection account number. Okay. So it is issued by the income tax department to the people who are deducting the tax. So I'm deducting the tax on my owner, I'm deducting the tax on my contractors. So wherever I'm applying the tax deduction, so that time I should be getting having a TAN number. Okay. So to obtain a TAN number, I need to issue Form 49B to the Income Tax Department, where I'll be telling that if any transactions are happening with the contractor who is not registered under GST, I'm going to deduct the tax. So to the person who is the owner of the space, office, my office space, which I'm using for the commercial purpose. So there I'll be deducting the tax to the rent, whatever I am paying for that office space. So that for that and all, I need a TAN number. So saying that I'll be issuing the form 49B. Okay. So here, to whomever I am deducting the tax, it is mandatory that the person should be having a PAN number. Means if I am talking about my owner, I am going to deduct the tax, no. So he should be having a PAN number. If I am talking about my contractor, he should be having a PAN number. If they don't have PAN number, the deduction will be happening at 20% directly. Like, or else they'll be having different rates, varies on the categories, like 1%, 2%, 5%, like that and all. If the person is not having PAN number means directly I can deduct 20% of TDS on their source. Okay, so TAN number will be of 10 digit, where BLR indicates the location code. So BLR means Bangalore. N stand indicates the first alphabet of the deductor, means I am deducting the TDS on my owner or contractor, means the first letter of my name will be the fourth letter. Okay, 00789 indicates the PAN number. So business PAN card, the number whatever I am getting, out of which they will take out that five numbers and they will put it here. B indicates the security or verification code. Girls, as I am explaining, I hope you people are making the note of all those things. So BLR indicates the location code. Example, BLR means Bangalore. N indicates the deductee. So deductee, whoever it is, his name's first letter will be there, 00789. That will be a business PAN card number. And B indicates the security or verification code. So let's start. I'll create a new company in order to do TDS. So I'll create a new company. I'll create MCC TDS trading. So I'll select the state. So whenever you are applying with the tax part and all, make sure your state, everything is chosen properly. So I will make my GST as no, because we are here, we are not going to work on GST. TDS, I'll make it as yes. So create a company and make TDS as yes. We'll give the related details of our TDS. So I'll give the necessary details. So here I have given the information. So TAN number will be registration number, random number 12345, and tax deduction and collection account number. So I am going to give BLRN 67676G. BLRN 67676G. And what type of business I am. I am a company. So deductor branch, so it will be Bangalore South. So income tax department is divided into four groups: Bangalore North, South, East, West. So Bangalore South. Set alter details for person responsible. Here the company proprietor or the company owner or the this one account person, any person who is responsible for all those details, their details I have to give it here. If I make it yes, you can see their name, their son, daughter of designation, what is their PAN number, their address, to which state they belong to, all the necessary information related to the owner of the business should be given. So I'm not going to give anything. I'm going to keep it as no. Ignore IT exemption limit for TDS deduction. So am I going to maintain any IT exemptions? No, I am not going to maintain anything as such. So I'll keep this as no. Activate TDS for stock items. So till now, there is very few items that is been applied with TDS, not everything. So here also I'm not going to show for stock items. Hope you people have given this necessary information. So once I've given all the necessary information, so TDS activation is done in my business. So I'll press Control A and save the details. So now I have to, once I have activated TDS, so when I go to create, you can see statutory masters related to TDS will be activated. Now I have to create TDS nature of payments. Okay. So here what are the things that I'm going to prepare is I'm going to work on two examples. One is when I'm paying the rent to my landlord. Okay. So rent on land and building, and one more sum will be on payment to contractors. So these are the two transactions, two examples where we are going to work on. So first I'll create the nature of payment for rent on land and building. Rent on land and building. So it is 194 IB. 194 IB. Section code will be IB and payment code will be 4IB. Remittance code, nothing. So here in few cases, few people will be getting all the details like I am getting. Few peoples may not be getting. If you are not getting the information, detailed information like this, press F12 and make the first item like allow single bill value to yes and allow tax rate without PAN to yes. Make these two options as yes. Anybody is doing so that I can wait.
Is it F12?
F12, yeah, configuration. Done, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
So once it is done, it will show with the all the details. Remittance code, nothing it is. Value limit for single bill, nothing. So with PAN. So it is if the person is an individual, like he stays, the owner to whom I am going to direct the tax. If he is a resident of India and if he is having the PAN, with PAN means the amount will be 10%. 10% of tax will be deducted on the rent. If he doesn't have the PAN, then it will be straightly 20%. If he is a non-resident of India, if he is not residing, then also it will be 10%. Without PAN, it will be 20%. Okay. So threshold limit. So I'm not going to set any threshold limit because commercial purpose means it depends. So there is no such categories or anything for the threshold limit. So if I am using a shop as for the residents, so they'll be charging some 2 to 3,000. But the same shop, the small shop also, if I am using for a commercial purpose, then they'll be charging more than 15,000 because I'm getting a source. So here we cannot fix with the threshold limit. So I'm not going to set any threshold limit. Done with this. If any point you are not able to understand, did not get, please tell, I'll explain it once again. Done, ma? I'll save this. Now I have to create the next one, that is payment to contractors. So it will be 194C. Here it will be 94C. And remittance code, we don't have anything. Single bill value will be 30,000 rupees. So when I am doing this transaction, I'll explain you how the single bill value is implemented. Okay. And individual, so with PAN, I'll be deducting 1%. Without PAN, if the contractor doesn't have a PAN number, then straightly I'm going to deduct 20%. If he has a PAN number, only 1% will be deducted. So if the person is not from India, he is a non-resident, so I will be deducting 2% with PAN. Without PAN, it will be 20%, and the threshold limit will be 1 lakh. So how the single bill value and threshold limit will be implemented once we are passing the transaction, that time I will explain you. If anybody is trying, please create this tedious nature of payment also. Done, ma? I'll save this. Next, I have to create the required ledgers for TDS. So, party creditor. So, party ledgers I have to create. one expense ledger I have to create, one purchase ledger. According to the scenario, I have to create the expense ledger or the purchase ledger, and TDS duty ledger I have to create. So first we are going to do it on rent, TDS on rent. Okay, so here the required ledgers, what and all I have to create. So it is Mr. Bajaj. I'll go to create ledger. The owner is Mr. Bajaj, sundry creditor. So maintain balance bill by bill should be yes. So here is TDS deductible? Yes. So who is he? So he is an individual resident. So I'll select individual resident. Is TDS deducted in the same voucher? So it has to be deducted in the same voucher where I am passing the transaction. Okay. Then I have to give the PAN number. So PAN number will be BLRPN BLRPN 1234T. So create the ledger. So I'll save this. We'll go to the next one. Rent paid account. It will be indirect expenses. So not applicable. Is TDS applicable? Spacebar. Applicable. So on what the TDS is applied? Rent on land and building. So this is my second lecture.
Ma'am, should I select GST not applicable?
Yes,
I
yes. GST should be no. TDS should be activated. Because when we are passing TDS transaction everywhere, GST will come into picture, which we don't want. So we'll keep it as deactivated and activate TDS. Here also, if GST is removed, means nowhere we'll get that GST only. Hope you people are done with this. Next, TDS on rent. So it comes under duties and taxes, TDS. So on what we are applying. So I am applying it on rent on land and building. So this is my tax ledger. So I'll save this also. Hope you people are done. I'll save it. So now I have to pass the entry. So I will be passing this entry on journal voucher. Why I will be using journal voucher instead of making purchase or something means, see here I am not purchasing any item from my owner. He is not a business or anything. Okay. So he's an individual person. So when I am passing any transaction where I have to show the tax deduction means it should be in an adjustment only. Okay, so that is why I'll be using. So if he is a company or a business owner or anything, then I can show it as a purchase. So he's an individual person, so I'll be showing it in journal voucher. So I'll go to journal voucher. Journal voucher. I'll press F7 for journal voucher. I'll change the date. I'll make it as 31/7. Make it as 1/8. Okay. So here the transaction will be debit rent paid. So rent paid. I am making the payment of rent, that is 2 lakh rupees. So again one more debit is there. So Mr. Bajaj. So new reference. They have to show the owner's account. Owner's account is nothing but my this one only. So I'll give it as one. So 2 lakh rupees. One more automatically Tally is going to take. This will be your tax. It is not calculating. 1,80,000. New reference. Somewhere something has gone wrong. Credit Mr. Bajaj. A new reference. Rent paid 2 lakh. Credit Mr. Bajaj. So automatically the amount will come, new reference. So tally will calculate. So once your ledgers, your nature of payments, TDS nature of payments, everything is done properly, the calculation will be done automatically. So rent here is 2 lakh rupees, where I am paying 1,80,000 rupees to Mr. Bajaj. So this is my tax amount. And this is my first one will be my rent, and the second one will be my tax, 20,000. So TDS on rent will be TDS on rent amount will be 20,000. So overall rent is 2 lakh rupees, on which I am paying 1,80,000 to Mr. Bajaj, and the TDS on rent will be 20,000. Here the amount should get tallied. Understood? You want me to show it once again? If you want me to show it once again, I will pass the entry once again and show. I'll give the narration being rent for the month of August. So still I am not yet paid. I am just showing the transaction. I am passing the transaction. Now I have to pay the rent amount to Mr. Bajaj, and I have to pay the tax part. I hope you people understood.
Can you show the Mr. Bajaj new reference entry, ma'am?
One second. I'll show it from the beginning only. Journal voucher, rent paid. What is the rent amount that will be debited? 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees the rent amount, and now credit will be to how much should I pay to Mr. Bajaj. So automatically tally will calculate and it will tell. So how much is the rent amount? Rent is 2 lakh rupees, on which tax I am paying 20,000. Here 2 lakh rupees, out of which 2 lakh rupees 20,000 it is deducting. So how much I am supposed to pay? 1,80,000. I did not have to enter any amount. Once I enter here and select my party, automatically tally will calculate and it will show. For the reference sake, I have given the name here, rent and tax. So next one is TDS on rent. So 1,80,000 rupees I am supposed to pay to my owner. Then what will be the TDS on rent? 20,000. So here the amount should get tallied. Overall rent is 2 lakh rupees, out of which Mr. Bajaj I will be paying 1,80,000, and TDS I will be paying 20,000. I will be deducting this amount, and now I will give the narration being rent for the month of August, and I will save it. Got it, ma? The ones who are trying, please do it. Press enter. Now I have to make the payment. First payment will be for my owner and second payment will be for my TDS. So I'll press F5 for payment. So 1st of August I have passed the entry. So I'll go for 19. I'm paying it to the owner, Mr. Bajaj. So automatically it will take to against reference means now I am paying it to the owner. Against reference, how much rent I should take. So how am I paying? By cash or by bank? So I'll create bank. So control enter. I'll give the opening balance. As I'm in secondary creation, opening balance will not be shown initially. Again I have to alter and give. Okay, so here when I'm paying it to Mr. Bajaj, I have to mention that how much is the rent amount on which I'm deducting the tax. So the amount I'm supposed to pay is 1,80,000. So instrument number, I'll give random 6 digit for my instrument number being rent paid to Mr. Bajaj and save. Excuse me. Hope you people understood this. Now, the one who had asked for this 13th video recording, I will share it tomorrow morning. Just put in a reminder to me personally. I was held up with other works, so I couldn't do it. I'll check and I'll forward the video. I will save it. Now I have to make the TDS payment. So it is, so on the very next day I'm paying the TDS also. TDS on rent against reference 20,000 rupees. So automatically 20,000 as I select how much it is being sent to the income tax, how much is the surcharges, educational cess, secondary educational cess if anything applied. So usually whenever I'm making the tax payment, it will be through bank only. They don't collect cash. So I will select bank, HDFC Bank. So I'll give some random number, instrument number, being tax paid on rent for the month of August, and save. I don't know whether you people are able to follow or what, because there is no response, nothing. So I'm giving you sufficient time to do it. So try. If you are having any doubt, you can let me know. I thought of doing one more sum and one TDS on exempt, this one at lower rate. So at what point of time the TDS will be collected at a lower rate? So one this one sum I thought of showing, but now with this time up. So you people try with this. Now also whoever is trying, finish it. I will give you one sum as an assignment for tomorrow. You try it out. Tomorrow we'll pass that entry and then we will do TDS on lower rate. So I will finish this. Now to check the TDS report from Gateway of Tally, I'll go to display more reports, TDS reports. So it is Form 26Q and Form 27Q. As I told, Form 26Q is for residents. Form 27Q is for non-resident of India. So I'll go for Form 26Q because the person is a resident. So I'll go here. So deduction at normal rate. So TDS is deducted at a normal rate. So I'll press enter. I'll press enter. See, to show the tax details. It will show what type of deduction it is. So it is a deduction which has happened on a normal rate. So now to check, hope you people understood. You want me to show it once again? To check the TDS report, I'll show you once again. From Gateway of Tally, go to display more reports, go to TDS reports, Form 26Q. So here it will show it is at a normal rate. I'll press enter, enter. So here you can see how the deduction has happened. Okay. Now
Ma'am,
from
I'm not
table,
getting TDS on reports option.
change the date, ma. See, check the date. Give Alt F2. Press Alt F2. Alt F2. If you don't remember the month, give it as 1/4 to 31/3.
Ma'am, I selected display mode reports. After that, I didn't get this TDS reports option.
You did not get that statutory option only.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's showing as statutory reports in mine.
Yeah, under that you open it. Under that you will be having TDS report. Sometimes it will be shown like this, or sometimes it will be showing under statutory reports. TDS reports is there.
Ma'am.
Hmm. Go there, select Form 26Q. So it will display here. So if there is any mistakes or something, it will show uncertain transaction corrections required. So here if you come, press enter, enter, enter. So it will drill down and it will show. So how the deduction is been done. Deduction at a normal rate. So now to check the TDS on our voucher, so I'll go to daybook. I'll press Alt F2, give the period 14231.3. So all the three entries will be shown. Go to TDS on rent, not rent paid or Mr. Bajaj. Go to TDS on rent. So from here press Alt P, enter. So I to preview, Alt Z. So this will be your TDS challan. So when I'm doing this one for my business, I'll take the print of this and then I'll be filing it. I'll show you once again how to go to this. Go to daybook, enter, press Alt F2, give the entire financial year. Three transactions have passed. Go for TDS on rent. Open the transaction, press Alt P, enter, and I for preview. Alt Z to zoom. Here it will show the tax TDS challan assessment here. So my TAN number, my company name, what is the code that is being remitted, how much tax is being deducted. So everything, all the details it will show. See here it is showing income tax 20,000. So now you people must have understood that TDS comes under income tax. It is just an indirect way of collecting the tax on your source. Hope you people got it. So I'll show you the next some question. Received bills from SLR and company for purchase of electrical services of rupees 60,000 and TDS to be deducted before making the payment. So here I'll be passing the purchase voucher, not the journal voucher. So already we have created the nature of payment. You have to create the company. So company will be sundry creditors. You have to give the necessary information, whatever we did for Mr. Bajaj. Okay. So sundry creditor, and you have to give the necessary details related to TDS. Electrical services, it will come under indirect expenses and pass the entry. Okay, and it will be passed on purchase voucher. I'm telling you, tomorrow we will do it. If you are not getting also, never mind. Tomorrow I'll show this transaction, and one transaction will do it on TDS at lower rate. Okay. But I wanted you people to try it. Can it be done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So hope today's class you people must have understood. Any doubts? Please do clarify. another 1 week of class is there. Probably on Monday you'll be having the exam. So this week we'll be finishing with this one tally. If you want one class for revision, we will keep it on Friday. Whatever we have done till now. Any doubts or anything you did not understand, and somebody they were telling that 13th video I missed out. So I will see if the video is available. I will send you, or else just remind me, ma. That day I will explain you whatever I had explained on 13th. Okay. So please do try whatever I have taught. It is one sum we have done on TDS. The next one I have given you as an assignment. Try. It is not that you have to do it. Tomorrow we will solve that one and we will do TDS on lower rate. So thank you, girls. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Ma'am, I had one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me, ma'am.
Ma'am, while calculating GST in the last class,
Hmm.
um, after entering all the information, it was showing as exceeding tax limit.
Exceeding
Tax limit or something, ma'am.
for you.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't know what to
Okay, just
select
can you
for
take
the.
the screenshot of your transaction and put it personally on to me,
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
so that I will see to it.
Okay,
It
ma'am.
was
Sure.
on items, stock items, or on service?
Service, ma'am.
Service,
Service,
okay.
ma'am.
Just whatever the transaction you have passed and it is showing with that error message, no? Take a screenshot of it and send it to me personally. I'll check and I will tomorrow clarify you that doubt. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.